really like it. What's up, guys? Hunter here at Performance East TV. Today we're going to be putting a MBRP exhaust on a Can-Am Outlander Gen 3. So something a little bit different, trying to find you guys a little bit quieter option for those people that want to run an exhaust but don't want to be super loud. All right, so we got everything out of the box. You're going to have your muffler, your two exhaust tips, clamp there, and then your mid pipe, as I'm going to call it. First thing we're going to do is remove the rear bumper. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 13 mil bolts. Those are going to come out. The bumper will come off. Now we're going to take this rear crash bar or bumper support off. You're going to have a 13 millimeter bolt that runs through here and through here. So on the back side, you got to get on one side, not on the opposite side, and then you have 2 down here as well. Once you got those bolts out, there's going to be 2 T30s that you got to pop out, and then this rear crash bar slash bumper will come on. You can start with these two. All right, now that's off. All right, now that the rear bumper's off, we're going to take and cut this zip tie here, and then you're going to go ahead and unplug the O2 sensor from up there. I like to take the O2 sensor out while it's still in here, just because it's easier to get at or get out, because you're not trying to hold the exhaust. This is going to be a 22 mil. All right, once that's off, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then there's 2 on the bottom too as well. 10 mil bolts, pull those ones out. All right, now that the heat shield is off, you're going to have this little pin here that you got to just grab with the pliers and pull off. Sometimes they're not on there from the factory, sometimes they are. Sometimes they're on both sides. So, but just know that you got to pull that pin off. All right, once that pin's off, now you're going to just remove your 4 muffler springs or your exhaust springs here. I have a special tool for it. You can use screwdriver, pliers, whatever works best for you. Maybe 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pop those off. Make sure you save them because you're going to be reusing them. All right, once everything is removed, you can grab your exhaust and start wiggling until it comes free. Sometimes they slide out really nice, and other times they fight you. And just like that, we now have no exhaust. All right, once the old one's out, we're going to go ahead and slide our new mid pipe into place here. Go ahead and put one of the bottom springs in. And then what I like to do is go grab the opposite corner from what I do from the bottom one. You can do this in any which way. You can do the top one first if you wanted, but I find the top one's easier to grab with a tool. And then pull it into place. Once you get your 4 springs put in place, you're going to take your clamp here. We're going to make sure it's facing out so we can get at the bolt end usually to tighten it up. I'm just going to slide it down over there. We're going to slide each of the tabs into the factory spot and then get the ball mount to line up there. Once it's on there, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tighten that clamp up, but I'm not going to tighten it all the way until I get everything exactly how I want it to fit, but just enough so it kind of holds it in place. Now we're going to take our O2 sensor, put just a dash of anti-seize on it. That way, if we ever got to take the O2 sensor out again, it's easy to get off, or easier, I should say. So once these things get a couple heat cycles in them, they don't like to come off otherwise. So we're going to go ahead, snug that bad boy up. Got that tight, and then you can go ahead and plug it back in and zip tie it back into place. Once that's on, we can go ahead and put our heat shield back on if you choose to, because you'll still be able to get at that exhaust clamp or exhaust bolt there. Now you can go ahead and put both the crash bar bumper on and the rear bumper on. All right, once your bumpers are in place, you're gonna go ahead and even up your exhaust, so get it sitting the best how you want it. Now, that's why we left that ball clamp loose up there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the bolt out for the spark arrestor, because there's actually a little hole in the bottom here, so you can put that bolt back in. But we're gonna go ahead and pull that out quick. From there, now you can kind of just position them the way you want. You have a little bit of room to move them back out after you take those off. So we're gonna do them. So make sure this is even. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten down that ball clamp with a 13 mil. That way that doesn't move around on me, because I got it where I like it. All right, now that can't move. Make sure our tips are even. No. That's honestly one of the easier exhausts I've had to install. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up and see how it sounds. I really like it. Kind of wishing I put this on my own now. I might have to order another one. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this install video. If you guys have any questions on that install, let me know. Also, let me know what else you guys want to see on a Gen 3 Outlander, and we'll try to make it happen. Also, stay tuned, because I do have an exhaust comparison video coming that's going to break down some different exhaust companies and how they sound on the Gen 3 Outlander to give you guys some options. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and catch you in the next one.